Every great journey begins with a team. We are a group of passionate students setting out to explore a company that is redefining sustainability. Our destination? Green Space International. Join us as we uncover their story. In the heart of Sri Lanka, where innovation meets sustainability, one company is making waves in the international market. Green Space International, an enterprise that has transformed the landscape of eco-friendly exports. But what does it take to build a globally recognized brand? Today, we take you behind the scenes to uncover their journey, challenges, and success. Welcome to the world of Green Space International.
Good afternoon. So now I'm at Green Space Holdings. We are here to learn about the export market. For that, we will be interviewing the managing director, Mr. 𝗨𝗂𝗶, who's also the founder of this company, and the assistant managers, focused on marketing, Mr. 𝗬𝗂𝗀. So the first question will be, this question will be directed to the marketing manager and the managing director. So the first question will be, how did Green Space International identify the opportunity to enter the export market, and what were the key challenges in starting the business?
You know, this coconut is kind of an industry that we all are discussing for the time being, right? So this particular industry, what we are catering into, so this is something different, right? So back in 2019, so before that I was working for a tea export company. That was one of the top 10 tea export company, and that is where I got the international marketing knowledge, right? So then by passing of the time, and I suddenly came across a company which is already operating in the coconut industry. So that particular company was doing only the subcontract. They do manufacture and supply to the export companies. So what I was doing with them was like, I was assigned to, I got a chance to develop a direct clientele for that particular company, because they were into only the bottom line, I mean the production, right? So then what I did was like, they didn't have any marketing budget or sufficient finance to get into international market. So that was the challenge, and I was looking after buyers with the limited resources and the talent I had. So then by passing of the time, maybe about over 2 or 3 years time, I managed to develop a direct clientele for them, and then managed to export over 12 countries. After that only, by as I said, 2019, we managed to establish this Green Space International Private Limited company focusing on international market. But initially we started as the trade. It was like we bought the goods from outside factories. By doing that development, I had managed to got some connection within with the industry. So then I had a lot of contacts with the manufacturing arms across the region. So then I could manage to get into that particular industry, but with the different set of products which is catering to a whole different industry, which is called pet industry. So if we talk about the challenges, actually everything is being challenged. First challenges was the finance. We didn't have any finance, and we didn't have any manufacturing arm. But we have kind of a strength that we were developing. We were engaging in international market, because while I working with that tea company, I got a chance to participate kind of a lot of exhibitions, international exhibition, and also I participated for market visit, and then I worked with almost about 25 countries with dealing with buyers, handling buyers, and I could manage to acquire knowledge of how the operation is going once the order is received. So what I had was like, only asset I had was the key knowledge and the practical. The other thing is that, as I said, even in the very beginning, though I established the company, no banking, no financial institute are not supporting us in the initial stage, since we have nothing to show them, right? And then what kind of challenges we were facing to get this company up to this level.
So the second question here is actually about how did you expand into the international market and about the connections with the clients. But you actually answered that question. So is there any specific occasion where you manage the connections with the foreign clients and the challenges?
The challenges we face with the clients, the international clients, because we know that we are not face to face seeing each other, and we have to build the credibility at the very beginning before you get a deal with them. I mean, before you get a order from them. So you need to develop, you need to make every possible effort to get his attention first, and then you need to develop, you need to supply everything, or you need to provide every information what you have in hand to get the credibility to, before going any further. Right? So that was one challenge, because even if you know the Sri Lanka, we were named as not a good impression, right? I mean, we were not as a nation, we were not kind of with the good impression for international clients. I mean, when we compare with the other countries, like, so if you take Japan, so if you find a supplier from Japan, you have already the developed credibility aligned with the country, right? So, but as Sri Lankan, we don't have that. So we did one shipment to UAE, Dubai. That was kind of a credit market. So we need to look after. We need to work on that order based on credit. So what happened was, like, so we had to do the shipment. We did the shipment, but at the end of the day, we didn't get our money back. So that was about $14,000. On top of that, we were in the middle of pandemic.
So the next question is, what unique resources and technologies give your company a competitive advantage in the international market, and how do you ensure sustainability?
Basically, most with our products, right? So main thing is the competitive advantage is quality and the storytelling of the Sri Lankan background. So most of our products are gone to Europe and USA, right? They are like kind of aware of our history and the cultural background here in Sri Lanka, and they are aware of our resources. They are fully aware of our coconut resources. So we have kind of a competitive advantage by branding our products as truly silver, right? Because we have that heritage for the quality coconut products, and that is the main thing. And machinery, there is no much technology in this industry, but we use some part of the automated machinery. Let's say if you are arranging a packing line manually with manual labor, you can pack around 1,000 to 1,500 packages of 650 cocoa bean. But when you use the automated system, exceed 3,000 briquettes. So likewise, we use such technologies
as well. And the other thing is that, as Siddhu explained, so for all these, once we start the company, we need to have kind of a proper team, a solid team, a bullet team to back the company. So that is one challenge we were facing. Like, fortunately, we managed to develop a super enthusiastic, energetic, and challenging, and more, like, information seeking, new challenge taking team behind us.
What are the main challenges you face in dealing with foreign clients, meeting export standards, and competing in the global market?
When it comes to the competition, we don't have much competition in Sri Lanka, of course, because we are the only exporter in Sri Lanka for this industry. We are the only exporter for this industry. And when it comes to the context of global supply chain, there's part of competition, but let's say those are mostly the European-based brands, European and USA-based brands.
So now I talk about the company's survival during the crisis, and what were the disruptions during the crisis for 𝗕𝗂𝗋.
Give you some example. In the very beginning, with the COVID pandemic, you know that we were got travel ban, so we were not be able to meet our current suppliers. We will not be able to meet our outsourced factories, and we will not be able to supply whatever the other stakeholders in order for us to complete the shift.
What key advice would you give to aspiring entrepreneurs looking to start and succeed in the export industry?
What we are practicing within the company was like every team member has to be involved in almost all process in the company. That is not, he has to be limited with the one particular task to be assigned, and he is not continue with that particular task. Everyone in the team is involved in decision making process, and we are keep learning, and we are gathering more information and new technology, whatever the new knowledge to the company. And then what we do is like this is where we differ. Whatever the information we acquire, we try to put it into action, and we try to absorb within the company's processes. The initiatives what we have taken from the university till you come to the export market, there is a huge knowledge gap. It's not only the knowledge, but the practically how you apply the knowledge to come to this position. So there is a huge gap. This is a huge vacuum is there. So the moment we realize that, we managed to initiate kind of a strategy, not a strategy, something as kind of as we always believe that the business to be based on the 3 pillars. You know these 3 P's, right? So one is profit, the second one is the people, and then the planet, right? So the whole company's processes and the whole company efforts are based on this sustainable concept. I mean, like SDGs, this sustainable development growth strategy. So the company effort and every actions and whatever we are doing, the products and everything is aligned with this SDGs as well. So as a company, we believe at a certain level, it is kind of a responsibility to give it back to the society, and give it back to the people, and give it back to the earth. I mean the planet. So we initiated this the program called 𝗲𝗂𝗋 NLD, Green Space New Leader Development Program. So we wanted to fill that gap from university to export market. Initiate the first program back in 2022, and then we started with 5 people, and then we wanted to fill this gap, and we get them involved in the process, every process, and we get them to load the content, we get them to work on the production flow, we get them to work on this making this material monitor, and we give whatever when we handle the buyers, there is a particular process to be involved. So my final advice is, you need to select a company when you are going for the internship. You need to select a company. If you really want to get into international market, you need to go for a small company where you will be exposed to almost all process like purchasing, production, marketing, sales, shipping, procurementing, and supply chain, and all that. I mean, there are many departments involved in a company, right? So you need to get whole idea in order for you to become an entrepreneur, even a business. Ultimately, so I will give you my final advice. So as a human being, we need to achieve some kind of achievement, right? I mean, we have some kind of goals to be achieved in the life. So for that, we need to be physically fit, we need to be mentally fit, we need to be financially fit, we need to be socially fit, and then ultimately we need to be spiritually fit to be able to become a successful man. Whatever you are doing, you go into that, you give your full dedication to that, and you practically learn it. You get down, be earth, and then really get the real essence of it, and that's how you can grow, as per my view.
Thank you, Asheni. So I hope this documentary was useful for everyone, because we learned about the export industry and we got some good advices from Mr. Nava, and I hope the budding exporters and budding investors will be born from this documentary. Thank you.
From Sri Lanka to the world, Green Space International is more than a business. It is a movement towards sustainability, innovation, and excellence. As we conclude our journey today, one thing is clear. The future of exports is green, and the possibilities are limitless.